Greetings, my viewers. Welcome this evening to the Voice of Hope TV. I am your host, Pastor Ken Wanyonyi. Let me just remind us very quickly that we've been going through the series of intimacy and affection in marriages. And due to public demand, I've received several questions, up to around 30 questions on this very topic of intimacy and affection uh, uh, in marriages. So this evening I'll be going through questions as well as answering them precisely. And I want to encourage you to pay attention to these questions and answers because you never know. They may become useful to you or to your family member or to a close friend one day, one time on the face of this earth. You cannot tell, you never know. And so I have a list of 30 comprehensive questions and answers on intimacy and affection and romance in marriage for so my viewers who went as far as inboxing me asking questions, this is your time, this is your chance to get to learn one or two things. Question number one was what is intimacy in marriage and why is it important? What is intimacy in a marriage and why is it important? Answer. Intimacy is the deep emotional, physical, spiritual, and intellectual connection between spouses. It fosters trust, love, and unity, making the marriage fulfilling and strong. The answer to that question is intimacy is the deep emotional, physical, spiritual, and intellectual connection between spouses. It fosters trust, love, and unity, making the marriage fulfilling and strong. Making the marriage fulfilling and strong. Question number two. What are the different types of intimacy in marriage? What are the different types of intimacy in a marriage? Answer. There are four main types. Number one, emotional intimacy, where you share thoughts and feelings openly. Two, physical intimacy. It involves affection, touch, and sex. Number three, spiritual intimacy, where you pray and growing in faith together. Number four, intellectual intimacy, engaging in meaningful conversation and shared learning. Question number three was, how does emotional intimacy differ from physical intimacy? Answer. Emotional intimacy is about deep emotional connection and understanding While physical intimacy involves affection and sexual closeness, both are essential for a healthy marriage. Both are essential for a healthy marriage. Question number 4. How can couples deepen emotional intimacy? Answer: by having open and honest communication, showing vulnerability, actively listening, expressing appreciation, and spending quality time together. Question number 5. Why do some couples struggle with emotional intimacy? Why do some couples struggle with emotional intimacy? Answer: barriers include lack of communication, past hurts, stress, emotional unavailability, and unresolved conflicts. And so addressing these issues can restore closeness. Question number 6. What role does trust play in emotional intimacy? Answer: trust is the foundation of intimacy. Without trust, couples may struggle to open up and be vulnerable. Honesty, reliability, and transparency build trust over time. Question number 7. How can couples keep emotional intimacy alive despite the busy schedule? How can couples keep emotional intimacy alive despite the busy schedule? Answer: set aside a regular quality time, have meaningful conversations, send thoughtful messages during the day, and prioritize each other even in small ways. Question number 8. How does physical affection contribute to a strong marriage? How does physical affection contribute to a strong marriage? Answer: physical touch, such as hugs, holding hands, and non-sexual cuddling, releases oxytocin. It releases oxytocin, which strengthens emotional bonds and reduces stress. Question number 9. How can couples maintain a healthy sexual relationship in a marriage? How can couples maintain a healthy sexual relation in marriages? Answer: by openly discussing desires and expectations, creating a stress-free environment, prioritizing each other, and ensuring both partners feel valued and respected. Question number 10. What should couples do if they have mismatched sexual desires? Answer: openly communicate about needs and expectations. Find compromises. Focus on emotional connection and seek guidance from trusted counselor if necessary. Question number 11. Can physical affection exist without sexual intimacy? Can physical affection exist without sexual intimacy? Answer: yes. Holding hands, hugging, kissing, and cuddling are essential ways to express love and maintain closeness beyond sexual intimacy. Question number 12. What practical ways can couples express affection daily? What practical ways can couples express affection daily? Answer is saying I love you, leaving notes, giving compliments, showing small acts of kindness, physical touch, and spending quality time together. Question number 13. How can couples keep their romance alive after many years of marriage? How can couples keep the romance alive after many years of marriage? Answer: by trying new activities together, surprising each other, continuing to date each other, maintaining a sense of humor, and prioritizing connection. Question number 14. What are some simple yet powerful romantic gestures? What are some simple yet powerful romantic gestures? Answer: surprise date nights, unexpected love notes, breakfast in bed, a heartfelt text message, a spontaneous hug, or a simple thank you for being my partner. Thank you for being my partner. And I dare say here and now that I thank the Lord, Almighty Father, who is in heaven, for my sweetheart, Layla. Question number 15. What are common barriers to intimacy and how can they be overcome? What are the common barriers to intimacy and how can they be overcome? Barriers include unresolved conflict, stress, lack of communication, and past wounds. Overcoming them requires open discussions, intentional efforts, and seeking help if needed. Question number 16. How does forgiveness impact intimacy? How does forgiveness impact intimacy? Answer: holding onto resentment damages intimacy. And so forgiveness allows healing, rebuilding of trust, and a deeper emotional and physical connection. Question number 17. How can couples reconnect after a period of emotional or physical distance? Answer: by having open conversations, spending intentional time together, rebuilding trust, and making small but consistent efforts to connect. Making small but consistent efforts to connect. Question number 18. Why is spiritual intimacy important in marriage? Why is spiritual intimacy important in a marriage? Answer: a shared faith strengthens the foundation of marriage. It promotes unity and helps couples navigate challenges with a godly perspective. Question number 19. How can couples grow spiritually together? How can couples grow spiritually together? Answer: by praying together, studying scriptures together, worshiping together as a couple, and serving in the ministry together. Question number 20. What should a couple do if one partner is less spiritually engaged than the other? Answer: lead by example. Pray for them. Encourage faith-based discussions and create opportunities for them to experience God's presence without any pressure. Question number 21. What is the role of romance in marriage? What is the role of romance in a marriage? Answer: romance keeps the love fresh and exciting. Romance keeps the love fresh and exciting. It strengthens the emotional bond. It creates lasting memories and reassures both partners that they are loved and valued. Question number 22. How can couples keep romance alive after many years of marriage? Answer: that one we talked about it earlier, but it's just a repetition due to public demand. How can couples keep romance alive after many years of marriage? By prioritizing date nights, by surprising each other with thoughtful gestures, expressing love daily, and continuing to flirt and compliment each other. Question number 23. What are some simple romantic gestures that can make a big impact? Answer: writing love notes, planning surprise dates, sending sweet texts. Sweet texts can include you writing a text to your spouse, telling them that, sweetheart, you are so sweet. In fact, you are sweeter than the sweetness itself. Sending sweet texts, it's for free, it's not costly. Preparing a favorite meal, leaving small gifts, and showing appreciation through words and actions. Question number 24. How can couples reignite the spark if romance has faded away? Answer: start by spending quality time together. Trying new activities, reminiscing about early dating days. Remember the first things you did, the flowers you bought, the chocolates, the all those small things you used to do. Remember the first love. Being affectionate and intentionally making each other feel special. Question number 25. What are some of the creative date night's ideas for married couples. What are some creative date nights ideas for married couples? Answer: candle lit dinner at home, a spontaneous road trip, dancing in a living room, reviving your first dates, playing a game together, or having a take-free night. Question number 26. How important is physical touch in keeping romance alive? This question was asked by so many people. Actually, this was the question that was asked by the highest number of people. How important is physical touch in keeping romance alive? Answer: very important. Very important. Holding hands, hugging, cuddling, and small touches throughout the day create connection and increases romantic feelings between spouses. So that when the right time comes, no pressure. It can only get better. So that when the right time comes, the right time when a sweet garden is to be cultivated well. No pressure. It can only get better. Question number 27. How can couples express romance even in a busy schedule? Answer: by sending quick love messages, by making time for short but meaningful conversations, by sharing meals together, and being intentional about affectionate moments. Question number 28. What role does flirting play in a marriage? What role does flirting play in a marriage? Answer: flirting keeps the relationship playful and exciting. It reminds couples of the early days of their love and keeps attraction alive. Question number 29. How can couples surprise each other romantically? How can couples surprise each other romantically? Answer: by planning unexpected dates, leaving love notes. These things is actually a repetition, but there is a reason for those repetitions. Because these are things that are lacking in many marriages, and they are the silent killers of many marriages. And because we love to see marriages thriving and shining like stars on the sky, that's why we keep on repeating some of these things to ensure that your marriage is full of ingredients that will keep intimacy and affection tanks full 24/7. And so how can couples surprise each other romantically? Answer: by planning unexpected dates, leaving love notes, buying small thoughtful gifts, recreating special memories, or simply whispering sweet words at an unexpected moment. Question number 30. How can couples maintain romance during challenging seasons of life? How can couples maintain romance during challenging seasons of life? Answer: by staying emotionally connected. By staying emotionally connected. Number 2, communicating openly. Communicating openly. Number 3, offering support. offering support is number 3. Number 4, making small romantic efforts. Making small romantic efforts even when even when life feels overwhelming. Romance doesn't have to be grand. It just needs to be consistent. In finishing, romance doesn't have to be grand. It just have to be consistent. Romance doesn't have to be grand. It just have to be consistent. If you found this questions and answer session helpful and useful to you, don't keep it for yourself. Share. Start by subscribing to our YouTube channel, The Voice of Hope TV. Go through our contents, like, comment, and share with the whole entire society. Your sharing may save a marriage somewhere in your family, somewhere in your neighborhood, or somewhere on the face of this earth. Thank you so much. Good evening. Stay blessed forever and ever. In Jesus Christ's holy and mighty name, amen.